Hello everyone, welcome back to another session with me. This is Sanyukta Saxena, and this will be our second tile on the Valentine special or the heart special series, where we will be working mostly on heart strings. Yes, hope you enjoyed the first session. Today we'll draw another tile. This is again a grey zendala. Yes, I will be working on a grey zendala. If you don't have one, please work on the normal white tile. That's fine. And I'm going to start with a heart string right away. So placing it on one side of my tile, something like this. Yes, and then I'm going to probably add one more, but before that let's first add an aura, something like this, and then add one more heart shape. You can place it the way you wish to. There is no rule here. I'm drawing the string random, just wanting to place two hearts together like this. Yes, so let's get started. I'm going to be using my black pen first, using a bolder nib first to ink my string. Yes, so using my O8 and first inking my string slowly, and then I'm adding an aura, probably to give a coffered look, or do the same exercise as we did in somewhat the similar exercise as we did in the previous session. Yes, so that's one, and then I'm going to do the same for the second one. So draw a nice and beautiful heart shape, and then go on and add an additional aura, a thicker aura, so that if we wish we can add a kind of a coffered look. Yes, once we are done with that, now I'm going to be starting with my first tangle inside the hearts, which is going to be well, or it will be a series of wells. So let's start with the first one. This is the wells grid. I'm going to draw randomly wherever I feel like. Divide the section using the second orb now, randomly dividing, adding one more orb, connecting. There is no particular way that I'm drawing, just drawing in the fashion that the wells grid is generally drawn. So retrace a part of this orb to get that flow and then connect. Yes, I'm using my burgundy pen, but you can also use your brown micron. Again, each of these sections I'm going to slowly add some more sections. So it's wells inside wells inside wells. Yes, and then finally these sections I'm going to aura like this. Yes, each of these sections. So go ahead and slowly aura. One aura to each side. Yes, and then again this section you can add further sections. It's entirely up to you. How many do you want to create? Yes, again aura the three sections that you created. Like this. Yes, again I'm going to create further sections inside these sections, and this is the wells grid. Yes, and then again go on and add further auras. So So take your time and slowly do that exercise. Again, I'm going to add one more orb here. Again, create those divisions just like we do for wells. And then add further auras. Yes, so I will do at my own pace. Don't be in a hurry. You can have smaller sections, you can have bigger sections, as many sections as you like. Yeah. So I'm on the last section of one of the hearts. Created further sections using the wells and adding auras inside each of the sections. Yes, that's our first heart. Now I'm going to do exactly the same in the second one, or if you wish you can vary what you do in the second part. Yes, but I feel like doing the same exercise. So I'm going to start random as I started in the first one. So again, you can connect them the way you wish to. As many sections as you wish to. Yes, probably one here. Yeah. So let's first start doing the same exercise. So I'm adding further orbs inside and then adding auras. Yes. And I will do the same exercise throughout. So I'm left with the last few sections here, doing the same exercise, adding aura inside each of these sections that we created. First we created some bigger sections, then we converted them into smaller by further dividing it, and then I'm adding auras, one aura to each side, and this is how it looks like. Yes, now the next step we are going to add some orbs. So either you can add a coffered look, yes, or I'm going to be adding some orbs. So let's get started. I'm going to add some nice and beautiful orbs here. Switched my pen to O1. This tangle is also called Onamato. Yes, the in between space probably I will insert some more orbs. You can add an orb here. Take your time, rotate your tile. Yes, these spaces you can either ink or you can insert further orbs, really tiny ones. Try filling up the entire space. Yes, wherever you have spaces, just squeeze in those smaller tipples or orbs, and it becomes a beautiful tangle called Onamato. Yes, like this. And I will do exactly the same for this one also. Yes, you take your time, draw at your own pace. I'm almost finishing drawing the smaller orbs. Yes. And the next thing, probably you can either add an additional very fine aura around it, or you can leave it as such. Let's see. Yeah, probably I will not add an aura because it is looking quite prominent the way it is. So I'm now going to extend these auras, the thicker auras, and draw a tangle called Umble. Yes, so I'm extending, I'm not really thinking how, where. I'm drawing a tangle called Umble, and I'm randomly extending the lines. Drawing behind, double lines, and an additional aura. Tangle pattern Umble or Hollowborg, whatever you want to relate it to. Again, drawing some more. And then randomly wherever you wish to. Yeah, so probably I'll extend one here, like this, and then this one goes to the other side. Kind of building connections, but not necessarily. Again, adding some more umble on the other side. Trying to somewhat maintain the thickness, but if it is not same, don't bother about it, that's fine. Yes, take your time. Draw it any which ways you wish to. Tangle pattern umble. Yes, so let me see if I want to add a few more, probably here. Yes, I think that is sufficient. Now the in between spaces that we have, it is up to you which tangle do you wish to add. Choose any tangle, choose any fragment, that's absolutely your choice. One thing that I'm going to do is convert these orbs into black pearls so that they stand out. Yes, something like this. You can also add some inside wherever there is a little bit of space. Add a touch of black, and it really enhances the look. Yes, so let's do this here also. So I have done that exercise for both the heart shapes. Now these sections that we have, you can choose a whole lot of tangles, choose any fragment. You can also add paradox if you want. You can add senna, whatever tangle you choose to feel like. Yes, I'm just going to go with a simple fragment probably, wherein I will just create further auras like this. Yes, and then connect these like this. Yes, so let's do this exercise slowly. So this is a triangular space. I'm adding further triangles and then I'm connecting these corners all together to the end. Yes, so I will do exactly the same. If there is a slight curve, give a curve to the line, go with the spaces you have, go slow, carefully aura, and then just connect. Yes, I'm going to show you one more. Connect like this. So let's do that for all. Very tiny spaces, you need not worry, just leave it as such. Yes, and then connect like this. Yeah, so I'm done. I've finished drawing that fragment inside all the sections. Yes, let us now move on to shading. So you can either use a brown chalk here or use your normal graphite pencil. That's entirely your choice. So I'm going to add some thick graphite at the edges. In fact, I may also use my the gray brush pen to emphasize it a little more. Yes. So adding some thick graphite at the edges, and I will do that inside both. Do it here also where there is an overlap. Yes. So let us blend this now. So as we blend, make sure we pull it towards the center, but keep the center white. So soften the graphite, pull it towards the center, but some part of the center should be white, which we are going to highlight with our chalk. Yes, again do the same exercise here. Blend. So we are shading the tangle as a whole, not getting into shading wells since they are tiny and small. Yes. Now moving next to the Onamato, add a soft touch of graphite on one side. On each of the orbs, slowly take your time. Yes, like this. So once you are added that graphite, softly using almost the tip of my blender, blending the graphite without blending too much. Yes. So just blending the C, not really blending too much. Slowly take your time. Use only the tip of your stub or your tortillon. Yes, and I will do exactly the same here. Yeah. So I'm done blending the orbs. Next comes these intersections. It's your choice. Probably you can change the color. Let's use some blue. Yes. So I'm going to take out my blue chalk and use blue instead. So I'm going to add some blue like this. Yeah. What say? At the ends. And we are going to highlight the center. Yes. Like this. Some touches here and there where we don't have much space, just a slight touch. So instead of my graphite, I'm using my blue chalk. That's the only difference. Chalk pastels, pastel pencils. And adding at the two ends of my umble like this. Yeah. So use a different blending stub and then start to blend. Make sure you have the center white, which you would highlight with the chalk. Yes. Blend the blue. Take your time. Go to each. Soften and leave the highlight or the center white, just like a luster on your umble. Slowly. Take your time. Yes. And the last one here. Yeah, I think we are done blending. Yes. Let us now first use our white chalk. So starting first with the center where we want to highlight. On both the heart shapes. Yes, use a different blending stub, the one which you used for blue, probably you can use the other side. Soften the chalk, blend it, make sure it's not patchy. Yes, and then moving next to our pearls or Onamato. Add some white chalk so they pop up like pearls. Make sure your pencil is sharp enough. Go to each and add that touch of white in the section where you have not added graphite. Yes, so your orbs kind of pop up like pearls. So do that exercise for all. Yes. So I'm done with that. The next thing, I'm going to highlight this place a little more with my white chalk. Wherever you have left a white highlight, go ahead and add some chalk there. It will highlight it a little more. Yes, now use the blending stuff. Kind of blend it with your blue so that it's not patchy. Yes. So I think we are done with that. You can also add some shadows here if you wish to. Some touch of graphite there. It will add a little more depth. Very small spaces you can skip, but where there is considerable space, probably you can add a touch of graphite there. Like this. Yes. So I'm done adding a little bit of graphite there, right? One thing that I would like to do is to kind of revisit the Umble lines a little bit, because after adding chalk they kind of go hazy. So it's a good idea to revisit the lines, all or probably some which you can clearly see that they have gone hazy due to the chalk. It definitely adds to the look of your tile. So patiently go back and do that exercise. Yes, revisit the lines wherever required. Like this. Yes. I will slowly do that for I think almost all, since we have added chalk and shaded. One more thing that you can do is probably add some bit of embellishment on your umble, something like this, but these things are optional. If you wish to, you can, otherwise you can skip. Yes, so it's entirely your choice. These are embellishments done to enhance the look of your tile. You may or may not do them. Moving on to the next set of lines which have kind of gone hazy due to the shading. Yes, take your time and do that exercise. Yes, so I have done that thing. I have redone the lines wherever required. One last thing that I'm going to do, which again is optional, although these Onamato are already looking like pearls, they have already popped up, but if you wish you can place a small dot with your jelly roll on the graphite something like this. Yes, a very small dot there, just like a highlight. So with my jelly roll, I'm putting a very small dot on these pearls, so they look like a highlight. It's your choice. As I mentioned, you can omit this if you wish. A little bit of highlight on the heart wherever you have the black pearls, since they have gone hazy. Just soft touches there, and they come to life, although somewhere hidden down deep. Yes, so that's about it. That's our second tile. Yes, hope you like it. If you want, one last thing that you can do is use your gray brush, and if you want to emphasize this darkness a little more, then you can just run your brush pen there. But again, this is entirely your choice. You may or may not do this. Yeah, it just adds that little extra depth to your tile, just keeping it to the edges. That's about it. So let's close our tile here. Put in your chop somewhere sitting cozily. I think I didn't do that in the first one, but yes, you must put your chop in your creation. Be proud of it. Sign and date your tile. Today is, I think, 12th. Yes, and I shall see you again with few more sessions on this beautiful heartstrings. Till then, have a good time. Bye bye.